Hello ladies and gents, I am the Rev, and this is Rebel Galaxy Outlaw. And we're continuing on with our playthrough. Thank you for tuning in today, because I think today is the day it is released for everyone to play. So you want to keep following along, because I got another ship. Because I had to keep going, keep playing. I didn't have, it was too loud to record, so I'll show you guys that in a second after we go talk to Orzu.
Alright, you've piqued my interest. What's in that package that's so damn secret?
Just a moment. We'll get to that. First, I should tell you the reason for it, yes? Are you familiar with the White Hand Mob?
Not really. Don't remember hearing about them in the old days.
A relatively recent and unfortunate development. These mobsters began operating in Nevada a few years ago. They own New Vegas, and they aren't much for competition. They have a division's worth of crooked police on their payroll, and they have been making my life difficult.
So, you're garden variety scumbags.
Well-funded and well-organized scumbags. At any rate, killing corrupt cops isn't likely to improve things for me. However, I do need to send a message. Hence, the package.
What's it full of? Money?
Paying off the police is a never-ending prospect. I prefer something more definitive. No, it's a weapon of sorts. An EMP Javelin, developed by Rust. With it, craft can be disabled without killing the pilot. I want to send a message to the cops on the take that will make them think twice about interfering with my business without starting a full-scale war.
Smart, but you still need somebody to pull the trigger, yeah?
Indeed. Preferably someone not from the area. I've already had it sent to the docks, secured with your vessel.
So, you're saying I need to shoot a bunch of cops with this experimental weapon and hope they don't die, and then leave?
That's the idea. They tend to harass my liquor shipments, so I'll send you along for the ride, and if they show up, you'll deal out a bit of a warning. And, of course, I'll pay you for your trouble, and you can keep the weapon for yourself. What do you say?
Why not? Sounds like this gizmo might come in handy in the future.
Wonderful. I'll send coordinates to your pad so that you can meet up with the liquor transport. Make sure you install the Javelin beforehand, of course.
You got it.
Nice. Alright, so one way or another, with or without the new ship, you're going to want to go into your equipment bay here. The question is, where is it going to pop up? There it is, EMP Javelin. And we'll have to change our shooting, I think, once we get out into our ship. Alrighty, so to give you guys an idea, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hardpoints, and I got 4 auto cannons and an ion blaster and the Trion accelerator. Reason I don't have stronger is that the power plant, you got to get that bad boy, and that costs more than the ship did itself, up to level 4. That way you can then have your have the shield, which I have it on 3. You can get that one up there, because right now if I did that, it would drop my seconds of linked fire, which is all my weapons firing at once, would drop it to 32 seconds. I don't want that, so I got the top end armor for the ship. Like I said, level 3 on the shield generator, the ECM, which is to get lock-on missiles thrown off. Got that. Something else to keep in mind, you cannot, it does not work with the cargo extenders. So you can't get anything beside, I think, the very basic one. I've only got 9 slots, so something to keep in mind if you want to roll with a ship. Got the extended tractor beam, already have the jump drive, haven't gotten the radar yet. Doing debating on whether I want to keep this for my booster or go to the cyclic burner. This one gets you up to speed, shorter period of time. This one, you don't go as fast, but you have that burn longer. But in this ship, the injection 2K seems to be doing just fine. And then, like I said, the power plant, 220,000. At the very beginning of the game, the ship's only 200,000. So like I said, we got the auto cannons, ion blaster, and the reason I haven't gotten anything above an ion blaster is, boom, anything I get, it drops to 20 seconds versus the 80 seconds we currently have. So, of course, now the end goal, once we get that level 4 generator, is the tachyon gun. And we got the auto cannons, which are the hardest hitting of the normal firing rounds, not laser rounds. Because after them, we've got the tachyon and the photon. Photon, don't care for it because it kills ships or energy shields. So this is what the old cockpit looks like. So we've got staggered, we got linked. Of course, we've got our third person thing here. There it is. Okay, so that should be able to keep it so we can defend ourselves in general and roll with the Javelin instead of the swarm launcher. So that's the theory.
Things are getting hot in New.
Autopilot disengaged by craft proximity.
You must be Juno Markev.
That's me. You guys ready to roll?
Ready and waiting. Fly over here and pair up. We're gonna head to Sparks, and if our bad luck holds, the cops ought to pick us up on the way.
Autopilot disengaged by hostiles. Craft inbound.
Alrighty, so the difficult part with this mission is staying alive long enough to shoot them, because all of them have lock-on missiles, and this Javelin thing we have doesn't.
Right on schedule. All right, Miss Markev, do your thing.
Nevada police here. We've received intel that this vessel is transporting illegal substances. Heave to and prepare to be searched.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I sure hope the White Hand is paying you well. I think it's time you took your business elsewhere, though. I don't have time for this.
What the hell? My craft is disabled. Repeat, craft disabled. Lady, you just want to stay out of this.
Pass.
Oh, come on.
She's got some kind of EMP weapon. Use evasion patterns and take her down.
Missile inbound.
All units attack my target.
Just a few more to go.
Missile inbound. Missile evaded. Forward shields down. Forward shields down.
All units attack my target.
Oh, come on.
Missile inbound.
That looks like all of them.
Forward shields
I think that
down.
just about does it. You boys and girls should maybe think a little harder about whose payroll you're on.
Thanks, Miss Markev. We're moving out.
Juno, wonderful. I just received word that the plan went exceptionally well. I've already wired a generous bonus to your account.
We shall see.
Thank you.
Objective.
My pleasure, Orzu.
Alright, so that was pretty easy. So we're gonna go check out Spanner.
Autopilot disengaged by distress signal. Destination reached.
Alright, Spanner, talk to us.
So, you want to liven the place up, you said. What for?
Well, purely from an aesthetic sense, wouldn't it be wonderful to see this place bustle a little? But if you're more interested in practical matters, a little passive revenue would be nice. So I propose we open a bar. Doesn't that sound grand?
I've sort of tried to avoid food service my entire life.
Oh, well, I certainly wouldn't propose that you run the place. I'm happy to take that on. There are only a few things we'll need to get started.
I'm listening.
Well, first, we'll need a good bartender. That's really key. And I know just the one, by reputation. Vider Franks. He works the bar at Velos Casino in the discouragement system. I'm sure with a little financial enticement, he'd be happy to work here.
Financial enticement, eh? What else do we need?
To start, about 10 cases of Greel whiskey should get us up and running. Once we get some cash flow, the rest should be self-supporting.
All right, I'll see what I can do.
Wonderful.
Alrighty. Well. Right here. This is the way that I've been making all of the cash. Really? The Miner's Guard? Because you basically fly in, you have a bunch of ships come in, you blow up everything, and then there's all kinds of really expensive stuff floating around. Works really well with the miners because you're getting gold and anomalies, all kinds of good stuff. I'm sure I will do a video on that at some point. But as we're flying around trying to find Greel whiskey, and this is where we'll probably start in the next episode, we need to meet Marla. When we were flying around before while I was doing this, just a random thing that came flying in our way. You can see I got a whole bunch of miner stuff here. Still got to try and make more money. I wonder where you're supposed to do this from. The lounge lizard. Oh well, any of the casino themed areas. I'm sure we'll have plenty of Greel whiskey. But I might have to make 2 trips. Anyways, we'll probably start with Meet Marla in the next episode. So if you haven't done so already, smash that like button. Stay tuned. We're going to have all kinds of cool stuff coming up. And if you have any questions, always put them down in the comments. And since when did we get an employee? Oh, it must be the ranch. That's the person doing the work on our... How funny. I just noticed that person sitting back there doing the work on our ship when we come in. So, let us launch. Oh, no thank you. That'd be the first thing I would fix.
Let's get to it.
Alrighty, folks. So keep your heads down. All ships up. And I and Marla see you again real damn soon.